Hello, everybody. This is Julie, founder of The Joy Source. Welcome to my podcast. So this message today is for those folks who are sitting in the not knowing, unsure, waiting, asking yourself, what's next for me? When will it be my time? And that's a feeling that's very unsettling. And you also think to yourself, I've been waiting. I've seen it come together for so many other people. What about me? How much longer do I have to wait? And why does it feel so hard sitting in this place? I'm not sure where to go next. I'm not sure when it will all come together. And these are the moments or the times in our lives that we do have to rely on the unseen. Your faith. Whatever faith you pull from in your life, now is the time to pull from it. This faith that all will turn out okay. And if it doesn't turn out how we want it to be, you still will be okay. And that is a very important message to remember to ourselves. But I want to ask you, who's beside you during these times? These unsettling times when you sit not knowing, when is your time? When is it all going to come together for you? And tell me, what voice do you hear in your head? Your own voice? Is it helpful? Or is it a sad voice, a dark, lonely voice that's telling you, just give up. It will never come together for you. It happens for everybody else, but no, not for you. Just not meant to be. Or is it a positive voice? A voice that is constantly pushing you forward, that feeling of endless trying, wanting it all figured out. And that's hard for a lot of people because we want to know, we want that sense of control in our world. We want to know, what is the end result going to be? Where are my guarantees? And you want to tap into that voice within you that whispers, relax, we've got this. This is the voice that I want you to tap into. Not the voice that tells you, oh, just quit now. I told you this wouldn't work out. Is it your voice? Or maybe you hear someone else's voice in your life that always told you, just give up. You're not worthy. You're not worth it. Things like this don't happen to people like you. You're not good enough. And that's why I really founded the Joy Source to begin with, because I wanted you to get rid of that voice and change it to the positive. Find those people in your life who changed that voice and give you the encouragement, the mentors, the life coaches, the therapists, the people, the friends that surround you, that help you listen to a different voice that's your own, that's positive, that believes in you. And that's why I'm so passionate about being resilient. I talk about being resilient, tying that into, obviously, to self-care. And every talk that I do, I'm a licensed social worker, and I'm a motivational speaker, and I spend my time going into workplaces, talking to people about job stress, burnout, any type of workplace issue. And I always bring up the sense of being resilient, because no matter where you are in your life and what issue you're working on, being resilient is number one. That's why my last podcast was on becoming life-proof, and it talks about that. So if you haven't heard that, go back and listen to that one, reminding you to always be working on yourself, because in those moments, in that time of waiting, you do need to dig deep for your inner strength. And you can only find that inner strength if you're the person who has spent time working on yourself. That solid core, that solid inner foundation that you pull from when you sit day after day, week after week, maybe month after month, wondering, when is my time? When will this all come together for me? So I want you to think about a few things, whether it's a goal that you've been waiting for, something you've been struggling with. Why did you start down this path to begin with? Why is this important to you? And what is the end reward? So thinking of those three questions when you're sitting in the waiting, the unknowing, and how unsettling it feels. And it's frustrating, whether it's going to school, whether it's just trying to better yourself, whether it's health issues. Why is this important to you? And what is my reward at the end? And what does it require of you? Is this goal, does it require you to be patient And we know, and I've spoken about this in my other podcasts, and I actually speak about this all the time, is that we want everything right now. I want to know, and I want to be guaranteed it's going to work out, and hopefully very soon. And that's not how it goes. That's not how goals go. That's not how dreams go. You put it into action and you wait, and it requires you to keep going even when you don't want to. That's the catch, folks. You've got to keep going. Reminding, what is the end result? Even if it's 2 years away, 3 years, 4 years, I'm on this path and I don't see the rewards right away. But this is when you think, who are you surrounding yourself with? Is it those supportive people so that when you're ready to stop, when you feel like giving up, they're right around you, pushing you on, your personal cheerleaders? Positive self-talk. What are those voices that you say to yourself first thing in the morning and throughout the day? Catch yourself if it's negative. Sitting in gratitude for what you already have. You already have so much. Think about that. Help yourself in those moments of looking around saying, yeah, I do have so much. And I'm working towards this incredible goal. And when I get it, it's going to feel amazing. But it's sitting in this place that's really hard. Self-help books. Read them again and again and again. Go to what inspires you. Your phone and computer take up a lot of time. Time you'll never get back. Time that will not make you a better person and get you closer to your goals. It just eats up a lot of time. And honestly, I think it can cause frustration, especially when you're comparing yourself to others and saying, well, he already has it. He has everything I want. Worked out for her. So be careful and mindful of all the time that's empty that you spend on your phone. Because, and also just going back to what inspires you, nature. Nature is great for healing, soothing, hearing your own voice. And also, what inspires you? What gets you laughing? What gets you having fun, feeling excited? Because in this place of waiting, day after day, we're being so patient. This is the place where I see so many people take detours and deviate from their goals. They're tired of waiting. So there's just a quick caveat that I will throw in here. It's always important to reassess your goals. And there's another podcast called Reinventing Yourself that you can listen to, and I talk more about this in that podcast. But you always want to make sure that you're not chasing after something that's not obtainable, that it's realistic for you, that you're setting those goals that are realistic. It just might take time. Pursuing a new career, a healthy lifestyle, all of those things take time. You can't rush them. You have to make good choice after good choice. So when you sit in that place that many people don't feel comfortable sitting in, it takes a lot of strength to sit in that unknowing. People take detours that often complicate everything. We make poor choices in this place. We return to toxic relationships because maybe we're waiting for something better. And we think, well, I'll just go back to what I know because I'm lonely and I don't want to sit in this place. So I'm going to welcome that toxic relationship back into my life. Or we take substances to make us feel better. Or we just settle for good enough. We go back to our old ways. We go back to our old way of thinking. And we go back to our old ways, our old habits, and settling for maybe this is just my life. Maybe this just isn't meant to be. But all of those successful people out there in whatever area have sat in the waiting, have continued to do the hard work. So in the waiting, it is not just sitting back doing nothing. And this is the hard part. It's continuing, making those good choices, whether it's working out every day, studying, reading, evolving. You keep changing for the better. Don't sit back and do nothing and expect all the good to come to you. This is the hardest part. This is my message today to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Hard work and dedication do pay off. Any successful person will tell you that. It's not instant. It may take years. Are you in it for the long haul? Do you have stamina? You have to keep striving, pursuing, and again, reassessing. Is this still what I want? And if it is, I've got to still keep pushing. I want to keep getting better. Acknowledging it's hard. So that's where the good people around you can help push you forward when you're ready to fall back into your old ways. Acknowledging it's hard, but not giving up. I'm unclear of the timing, but I have faith that it will work out for me in whatever way that is. And if it's not how I think and I might have to go to plan B, I will be okay. By doing the hard work, it will all come together in good time. That is my message to you today. Be patient. It will all come together in good time for you. Find me on Facebook, The Joy Source. Find me on Instagram. And I hope this message finds you well and in pursuit of joy and passion in your life.